Hey, and welcome to Fusion Pursuit. This is Kaz with your rock music news, coverage of the latest news in alternative and rock music. In this episode, wake up! Rage Against the Machine enrages fans over high ticket prices. Rage, who's having a comeback year, they're on tour for 2020. It's called the Public Service Announcement Tour with Around the Jewels, so that's exciting. Let's take a moment to be excited that Rage is back. But there's just issues with the ticket prices right now. It's kind of on the insane level of pricing. So last week, let's call it the Rage Massacre. Or, fans are ready to have their own township rebellion over these high prices. Haha, pun intended. Anyways, fans are upset with the high ticket prices on Ticketmaster for the Rage tour. And that's what's been happening for the past couple of days. Rage is, by the way, headlining Coachella. This is a separate thing. They are headlining Coachella this April, but those ticket prices are a little bit different. But we're talking about the general ticket prices for the rest of the tour, not for Coachella. That's a little bit different. I'm sure Coachella is a little bit more expensive, but we're talking about the other dates, all the other dates in all the other cities. So the story is that once the band announced they were on tour, there was a lot of anticipation, and rightly so. The tickets officially went on sale on February 14th. It was announced, and immediately they were selling out like hotcakes. But the scalpers are right on them, charging high prices. So that is really where it is. Like, the scalpers came out from the get-go with high prices. Now, it's reported that Rage Against the Machine held back 10% of allotted tickets and added a nominal fee to them, donating the profits to charities and activist organizations. So that's a good thing. And that's taken from Loudwire. It's unfortunate. It's not their fault. It's just people taking the opportunity to make a lot of money from a very popular band. So, the irony initially when people were buying tickets, the irony was that, Rage is a band that's all about calling out capitalism and being anti-capitalism. And here you have this situation of all the bands to experience this. I've never seen a headline like this for bands. And so it's funny that the first time we're seeing this, it's happening about Rage, which is unfortunate. But fans were not having it and took to Twitter to voice their concerns. Now, I remember when I bought tickets for Coldplay, a Head Full of Dreams tour, back in 2017, I paid around $198, which that also included insurance on a ticket, and I bought it through Ticketmaster. Now, I don't remember if I bought it at the beginning or was I on the late end of it. Even then, even though I paid $198 and it's Coldplay though, I don't remember it being the price range being that. I think 198 was on the high end, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously that's a few years ago, and it's a different type of band. But comparing the present day prices from other ticket platforms, Ticketmaster comes out to be much more higher price range. I don't know why that is. Even in the $100 range, it seems to be too high for some fans. And I'm all about artists making money. It's a band. They make their money through ticket sales, through touring, through selling music, through merch, and the list goes on and on. So I'm obviously not against them making money. They're not performing at Coachella, for example. Rage is not performing at Coachella and then going to their 9-to-5 job. This is their job. So I get it. But the pricing is just really the issue. That's where the issue lies. Interesting to note that on Ticketmaster, the most recent upcoming dates where the prices are high like in the 500 plus, 400 plus, 600 plus. They're labeled as charity events. So I think, from my own investigation, before Tom had announced that the prices that are beyond what the cutoff rate is, those are if they're higher, those are for charity. But before I saw that announcement, I did my own investigation and I noticed that this is charity. So there's that explanation for high ticket prices. Well, speaking of Tom, the Renegades of Funk responded to all of this mess and confusion. Tom Morello, which is the guitarist, explained in a tweet that the most expensive ticket for any Rage Against the Machine Run the Jewels headline is $125 US plus service fees, with the exception of charity tickets. There he explained the charity tickets. So that's the most expensive, $125. And here is Tom responding to a user on Twitter that if someone who bought a ticket or who saw a ticket for $450, Tom said if it's on Ticketmaster for more than the base price, which is $125, it should be a charity ticket. But if it doesn't, then Tom is saying to the user, send a screenshot and we will sue them. So I'm about to get into maybe Tom might have to sue more than just Ticketmaster. And we'll get to that. So that's explained. It's not Rage, it's the scalpers doing the most. But I did a price comparison for dates. So I thought this was a Ticketmaster issue, right? I did a price comparison for dates that are not labeled charity events, and these were the findings. But the prices seem to still be high outside of the charity tickets. And the price match, I chose StubHub to compare to Ticketmaster, and these were the findings. Here is what Ticketmaster says about their prices. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, so I've chosen random future tour dates that are not labeled charity, and this is the price comparison. There's got to be other places to get tickets. It's just so unfortunate. These prices are way too high. But y'all, really search through these other ticket platforms. You could probably get a ticket in the $100 range. Just search these platforms and see the best deal. Or do what Tom said and let them know, send screenshots. If you find any other ticket platform, let them know, send screenshots to Rage. And like Tom said in his tweets, he'll sue them. Let's see how that plays out. So, in conclusion, take back the power. Settle for nothing. Okay, enough of the puns. Shop around, guys, and see if there's probably other platforms that the ticket, StubHub compared to Ticketmaster, the prices were a little bit better. But still outside of the range of what the high price should be. Check on other ticket platforms and see if you guys are in better luck. Shop around, don't settle for nothing. Take the power back. Yes, I have been using a lot of Rage puns, and I'm done now. And I'm completely done. I think when the tour was announced and the tickets were officially on sale, people just went to the main site that sold tickets, like Ticketmaster, and just kind of experienced the brunt of that. There might be more affordable prices on the other ticket platforms, just like I compared StubHub and Ticketmaster. StubHub was better. Probably if you search another platform, you could probably find a better ticket. It would be so insane if all the ticket platforms were very high. That would be unfortunate. So shop around. If they're still high, send the information to Rage. Tom will figure it out and sort it out. And hopefully we can get this tour going and people can actually be in the stadium enjoying 2020 and enjoying Rage. Everyone is so hyped for this Rage 2020 tour. I'm still hyped for it. Let's get it. Find the price that's right for you, search on different platforms, and keep it moving. So that was the rock music news report. Check back for our next major story in alternative rock music. Like, comment, and subscribe to Fusion Pursuit for more. See ya!